Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're out in the new shop. So I've been talking to a bunch of you. I'm sorry I haven't made videos in a while. Things have been really crazy and really busy. But I was talking to a bunch of you online via email. And then I was also talking to one of my new tenants. For those that are new to the channel, I own a restaurant in Wyoming and I own a bunch of multifamily rentals. So I get to talk to a lot of you, especially people that are just moving to Wyoming. And I keep hearing a consistent theme into all the new people that are moving here. So I want to share with you sort of some expectations as far as getting here. Once you're here, what you can expect to get done, maybe some skills you want to bring to the table if you're moving to Wyoming, and then sort of the direction we're going to go with the channel a little bit, just to add on to some of the other stuff that we do. Okay, so first, if you're moving to Wyoming, understand that right now, everybody that's moving here wants 5 acres, a medium size to, that middle range, like medium to smaller, 2-3 bedroom house, 2 bath, 5 acres just outside of town. Everybody wants that and they want it in the $300,000 price range. So Wyoming has exploded in popularity. I mean, just like the rest of the country, I get it, I understand we're in a housing boom, but that segment in particular is just saturated. People are gobbling those up. They're on the market for like an hour. People are buying them sight unseen. It's insane. When you get in that $400,000 range for a similar property, maybe a little bit nicer inside, has a little bit more horse amenities, because that seems to be the big draw too, that, those might sit for a week or two, but then those are gone as well. So everybody's looking for that. Now, what happens, and I know a bunch of the real estate agents because I buy a lot of real estate and I talk to a lot of them, and what they're telling me is, and I heard this again from the person that moved into my rental, they moved in so that they could be here so that they could look at the properties right away to try to secure one. And I see a lot of people doing that too. So the rental market's kind of exploding because people are moving here, sitting, waiting in the winds to try to move in on these houses in these price ranges. So what's happening is a lot of people are looking at land and they're like, I'll just build a house. So that's a viable idea and a viable alternative, but I think a lot of people moving here from California, Oregon, and Washington in particular, those are a lot of the people that I talk to. There's a few from Colorado. That seems to be the influx of people we're getting here. So they're like, hey, I'll just build a house. And they're talking to the real estate agents, and they're like, if I buy this piece of land, completely nothing has been done to the land. It's just bare land, no septic, no well, no power. I'll buy it in November for, let's say, can I move in by June? And that's not really a realistic timeline. So what you have to look at is, you can only pour concrete in certain temperatures. It gets cold in Wyoming. It's been warmer over the past couple years that I've been here, for sure. We're having a mild winter this year. That's why you haven't seen any snowmobiling videos on this channel yet. We don't have any snow. To date, we've had 3 inches of snow on the ground in town. I had some buddies that tried to go snowmobiling Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so they went on Tuesday. There was less than 2 feet, and most of it got blown away by the wind. So we just don't have enough snow. We're not getting the snow, which is concerning for down the line, but we'll cover that another time. Anyway, there's still some chill in the air. It's still too cold to pour concrete. So you got to figure you lose most of the winter if you don't have your foundation in before the cold sets in. So no, be prepared for that. Also understand that if you're going to try to do that, all of the contractors are busy in the summer. It's their busiest time. They get slammed. We get inundated with tourists, people trying to get stuff done, new people moving in, trying to get building construction done. So there just aren't enough contractors here. And I mean, that's a national problem. I know I'm not giving you any revolutionary information here, but understand here, most towns in Wyoming are small. We don't have a lot of people. There aren't a lot of people to do the work regardless. And it's not like, oh, I'll go get another. There generally isn't another one to go get. And if there is, there's no availability for them anyway. So this is also compounded by another problem that's uniquely Wyoming and people don't really talk about a whole lot. So the contractors here tend to work just enough to go adventure. So when you live in Wyoming, adventure is a huge part of life. And hopefully I'm doing a decent job of showing you guys that on this channel. I know this channel seems random all the time, but that's how life in Wyoming is. So, and the contractor life is no different. They'll work just hard enough all week so that on the weekend they can go take their toy hauler, side-by-side, snowmobile, jet ski, boat, whatever it is, and you go out and you get in the woods and you go away. Well, that usually bleeds into like Friday, maybe part of Monday. Won't quite be back in time. We're gonna have to push the job. There's a lot of that because there's a lot of people just doing enough to adventure. I don't begrudge them that. I think that's a great way to live. Not for me, but so on this channel, I'll try to show you some of that and try to give you that heads up. But understand that when you're moving here and you're trying to get, you know, a house built, or you're like, hey, I'm gonna buy this house and I just need to do some quick fixer up and I just need to get some stuff done, you know, new paint, new paneling, new flooring, new whatever it is that you want to do. Or hey, we're gonna get a barn built or whatever. It's not a quick process. It will not happen for you fast. If you have a house you're going to sell, you're gonna buy a piece of land and build, year and a half, easy to try to get that done because you're only have that limited time. You can build that foundation, you can dig in the ground where it's not frozen. Like, you have a lot of hurdles to overcome when it comes to the weather. So factor that in and realize that. The other thing, you buy a fixer-upper house. I hope that you're handy. Your odds of finding a handyman are super low. I own a ton of rental units. I struggle to get handyman to prioritize stuff. I end up doing a lot of it on my own. You know, on this channel, you're probably gonna start to see some videos where we're fixing stuff. I enjoy making videos and I enjoy interacting with you guys. I don't do this channel for the money. I do it to get the, you know, friendship and camaraderie that we have across the channel. There's a lot of you that I really, really adore and I enjoy talking to. So I'm gonna try to make more videos. Unfortunately, just where my life is right now is I'm repairing a lot of stuff and fixing a lot of stuff. We're gonna do some cool projects for the restaurant. You know, I'll bring you along with some of the repairs for the rental units. And hopefully you guys learn some stuff along the way. Hopefully you get a laugh at my expense when I mess some stuff up, especially with the projects at the restaurant. I'm hoping you guys can come in and see some of the imperfections. I won't hide them from you. I don't hide any of that stuff on this channel. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes and understand. But anyway, so if you're moving to Wyoming, I hope you or your spouse are super handy. You're gonna have to repair a lot of stuff on your own, especially if you're buying 5 to 10 acres of horse property. Horses destroy stuff. They find ways to kill themselves. They find their strangest, randomest ways to break stuff. So, you know, maybe some light welding skills would be good if you're blowing up fence, because a horse will blow up a fence. You gotta know how to restring a fence. You know, some mild electrical. You're gonna see a lot of that stuff. It's nothing for a tank waterer to go out and then you've got ice and you've got a mess on your hands, or you're out breaking ice all the time and you've got to restring some electric to get that thing working again. You know, God forbid you got a foal or a calf that comes in the winter. We might be going to do some calving here next month in January when they start to hit the ground. I'll let you know. I'm still working on that one. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But those are late nights. You go out in the cold and you're hunting and searching around and, you know, trying to save calves and that kind of stuff. But anyway, I digress. So if you're moving here, be self-sufficient. Maybe start watching some YouTube channels that teach you how to repair stuff. But be ready. It's a physical lifestyle. You're going to have to be far handier. Don't count on contractors. The expectation that you have coming from a major city that you're going to be able to fix some stuff. You know, the other thing that you have in a major city that you have to realize you don't have here, you know, my closest Home Depot is an hour and 45 minutes away. So I live up in the northwest corner of Wyoming. Home Depot is an hour and 45 minutes away. The steel mill is an hour and 45 minutes away. I say this because I went yesterday. I had to go pick up some steel for a project we're going to do for the restaurant, which I'm hoping to get out in the next 2 weeks. You know, and then I had to pick up some supplies for some of the rentals so that I only have one left available. I think I have it rented, so I've got to do some repairs real quick to get that ready to go. I couldn't find a contractor to get it done in a hurry, so I'm going to go do it myself as soon as I'm done recording this video. So all I'm saying is be ready. Understand that Wyoming's a whole different animal, especially if you're coming from the coast. You're not going to just call up a contractor. You're not just going to call up somebody to get some stuff done. It's a hard lifestyle. You're going to deal with some stuff in the weather. You're going to deal with some stuff in the dark. You know, you're going to lose power. You know, can you fix that stuff? Can you diagnose that stuff? Do you know how? You know, otherwise, I suggest that you look at places in town. Don't look at 5 to 10 acres outside of town, because you're going to have a real battle in your hands and a lot of work to do, especially once you start to introduce any kind of livestock, horses, cows. I see a lot of people want to come out there like, I want chickens, and Highland cows are the big thing right now. I don't know why. In my opinion, they don't taste that good, but people want Highland cattle, horses, you know, some of these big animals that take barns and infrastructure and stuff like that to support large waterers and whatnot. It's a lot of work to have livestock of that nature. And you know, most farmers and ranchers, I know they're really handy people. I hope you're really handy if you're coming here. I hope that gives you some perspective on what to expect. You know, be able to do some light electrical, maybe some light welding, some woodworking, and be ready to do a lot of manual labor, roll your sleeves up, get in there and do it on your own. Contractors are few and far between, and most of them are gone a large percentage of the time, especially in hunting season. Forget it in the fall. You are getting absolutely nothing done in the fall. Everybody's in the mountains, elk hunting. It's a huge thing. All those guys elk hunt. Don't bank on it. We're just coming out of that season now, and now snowmobile season's starting to start. You know, you might start to catch some of those guys that don't snowmobile. My question to them would be, why don't you snowmobile? It's awesome. We don't have any snow on the ground right now, so we're able to get some stuff done, but it's still a struggle. It's still hard. You know, I end up doing a lot of it myself. You'll see more of it. So anyway, I hope that gives you some perspective on coming to Wyoming, what you can expect to get done, what you can expect to do on your own. And I'd say 60% of it you need to be able to do on your own. A major project you might get some help on, but it's tough. It's really tough, and expect to drive long distances to go to any sort of supply store. Most stores here have the bare minimum basics. You know, you have a couple lumber yards with some basic stuff, and then you have a Walmart. You know, you can get junk stuff at Walmart if you're cool putting that in your house. But anyway, so be ready. You can't build a house in a hurry here. The market is out of control. If you're looking for something in that realm, be ready to overspend, because nothing's on the market. And anyway, we're gonna do some projects. We'll get to building in the future. As soon as it snows, we'll do a snowmobile video. We're still going backcountry hot tent camping. You should see that. I'm going to do that in a couple days here. So I'll have that filmed up and out for you guys. The tent finally showed up. So it seems pretty cool. We'll get it thrown up, get it together, and get going. But all right, I'll catch you guys in the next one.